So I want you to imagine having a system that guarantees results every single time it's being deployed in creating adverts. Now, no matter how you set up a campaign, if you don't master these 4 things I'm going to talk about today, you always get average results. I must tell you, whenever you get good results from your ad, one of these 4 things are always responsible. Now, imagine getting all the 4 complete. Now, let me get into the 4 basic components that your ad needs, and I'm going to explain so that you know exactly how to tweak, what to do if you're lacking. So the first one is your audience. Your audience is one of the most important. If you don't have the right audience, even if other things are perfect, you will not get the sale. Even if you got a good product and a good message and creative, once it is showing up in front of the wrong audience, it will do you no good. I don't really want to digress into how terrible it is to show your ads in front of the wrong audience. So I'm just going to tell you how I find the right audience for my clients or for myself. For my clients, I just think of the last 3 to 5 persons that bought from them and talk about their observations about them. Then we pick out what's common between these people and use it for targeting. I mean, just imagine what I tell them, just imagine, and not even imagine, just think, remember, recall, because if you have been in business and you want to run ad, that means you've already sold your product or your service to someone before. Just think about that person. What are their characteristics? What are their age brackets? What do they do? What do you think they do? What are their beliefs and what are your observations about them? Let me use the fashion industry as an example. Let's say I'm selling Turkey designer wears. I know my target audience is a working class woman, probably age 25 to 45, and she likes fashion. She's probably a young parent. From that age, she might probably be a young parent, and she likes to check out relationship groups, gossips online, Rant TV or something to while away time after a long day at work. She probably likes Z-Word, romantic movies, and she probably like parenting groups because she's a young parent. She doesn't really know what to do, so she checks to really know how to take care of her home and all that. By the time we've brought out all these observations and imaginations, you just write these things down and use these things to target the person on the Facebook setup, the detailed targeting section. Target them with the interests, demographics, the age, just as you have described. What this tells Facebook is that, okay, Facebook, I have this perfect person. I want you to go and skim through the whole of Nigeria or the whole of Lagos. If you are targeting Lagos, or if you're targeting Benin, I want you to skim through everyone and search for just select these specific people, specific type of person, because there is a high chance that if these type of description, if they resonate with my brand, that means if the message goes out there, there's a high chance of it resonating with people of like manner. There's a high chance that my message will resonate with those type of people. That's why you would want to do this, and it will eventually be cheaper because you'll not be spending too much showing your ads to unnecessary people. Other targeting methods you could use is targeting popular persons in your industry. Okay, target prominent names in your industry, and then just basically do your research. Find out the age, work, interest, location, what are their hobbies, who are the mentors that they believe in, who are the popular names in your industry, what type of devices do they use, what type of do they make use of in your industry. Okay, use it to target them. The second thing that you should look out for is your creative. Your creative. When I say your creative, your videos, your images, your text, they should be able to capture attention immediately they are seen on the platform. You know, Facebook, whoever is on Facebook is not prepared to come see adverts. So if you want to advertise to them, you need to capture their attention for whatever their original intention was. Maybe their intention was to come and see funny videos or come to interact with their loved ones or come to see pictures of their friends. Okay, if you want to capture their attention, you need a disruptive video. And what better ways to disrupt someone rather than showing the results they want, they have been yearning for a while. Now, for example, let's say somebody's struggling with their business, okay, and then you are just out here with your results, like, hey, I've been showing my business, this is my result that I got, and the person will be like, I'm in this same business and you got this result. How? What I'm trying to say is, if you're doing any advert of any sort, you should be able to show your results first. In that first 5 seconds, you show your results first. All right, that's the best way to capture your target audience's attention. People want to buy the result, they want to buy the end product. All right, show that result. Let them have a picture of the ending in your creative. Let them have a picture, a visualization of what we look like at the end, because that will bring them in, and then you can now sell them the process of how you got there. All right. For images, use relatable images. You can't be using white men to advertise to African people. That's like crazy. You can't. You get low reactions from people. I'll tell you later how that affects your advert a lot. Now, for text. Your text, what you do about your copy is, well, let me just say what I do about my copy. You see, I go to groups, I go to comments, I go to YouTube comments, Facebook comments about what I'm trying to find what people are saying about what I'm trying to sell. I find out what people are saying about it, what I'm advertising, and I phrase my headlines and caption with the type of words or phrases or sentences they use. Let your headline answer these 2 questions in the mind of your target audience. The 2 questions are, what is it? Let them know what you're advertising from your headline. And the second question is, what is it used for? Just give them the ability to capture your entire message in your headline and your sub-heading. And for example, maybe I'm running an ad to get people interested in email marketing. I'll be like 5 new psychological hacks I use to increase my email open rate. Now, whoever sees that will know that, okay, this is for email marketing. My target audience now I'm talking about, they will know that this is my email marketing, and this person talking about open rates. That's the subject lines. Okay. It will not be, that heading will not be relatable to somebody that doesn't know anything about email marketing. That's not who you want to target. That's not who you want to click on your ad. You want your target audience. So an headline like that will tell your target audience that this is it and this is what it's talking about. And since I'm having a problem with mine, I think if I click on this, I would learn more and I would gain more knowledge, and that would take that your target audience to the next level of your funnel. And that's the goal of your advert. Your Facebook ad is to get that person to go to the next stage, drop an email to buy something, could be to opt in to something, and that's the goal. Once you're able to get that, you can follow up and try to get them to buy whatever you're selling. Now, the third item on the list is your offer. Now, your offer is that thing you say or that thing you add to your product or your service that increases the value of your product. You want to position your product value in a way that whatever price you are placing on it will be so small when it is being compared to what you are giving out. Instead of selling just one product, you sell a bundle, and then people will be like, wow. Because once they see that, they'll make a psychological calculations in their mind, like, this thing is really cheap compared to what is actually what. They'll make a calculation of the value of what you're offering in their mind, and once they see that the value is higher than what they're actually paying, that's when they'll rush in and they want to buy. Meanwhile, you have made your own calculations, like, this is what I'm bundling together, this is what I'm giving, and this is the price. You're creating a sort of perception in the minds of people that what they are paying for what you are offering is way smaller, so they are stealing from you. You want to create that perception like they are stealing from you, because people don't want to be cheated. They don't want to be cheated. That's why anytime you call a price for something in the market, somebody always ask you, what is your last price? Is that your last price? I want to negotiate. So if you're able to make them feel like you're giving them more value for their money, then you will always get the sale. This is one of the most important things that make people want to take action on whatever advert. So you need to infuse this into your advert. If you're not doing it before, you do it now. I know most people nowadays, they just go about doing maybe 30% discount, 20% discount, this discount, that discount. But that's like too popular now. People have already read into that. So the more unique you come with your offer, the better your ad becomes. And also in your offer, you should always endeavor to add something like a time limit, so that you can effect a faster response from buyers. Like it could be a limited stock, could be deadlines. If you're a fashion industry, you could say something like, if you buy this amount of thing, you get this as a gift. Maybe if you buy 50,000 naira worth of product, you get a Prada bag that is what this is. Or if you just put something to blow their mind. But when you're doing that, make sure you're always in the profit. And then add the time limit, limited stock, could be deadlines. And then there are so many things to make your offer irresistible. Free delivery, discount. Like I said, discount is too popular now, so it might not have a very strong effect on people like it used to before. That third thing that you need for your advert. Now, the fourth thing is your understanding of the algorithm. Now, when I use those big words, I'm just trying to say your understanding of how Facebook places your adverts. All right, you need to understand how the tool works. Facebook ad is just like it's a means to an end for you to show your business to more people, and your mastery of a tool will actually determine the results you get. The difference between a general and an average soldier is their mastery of the tool. Difference between the best warrior and an average warrior is the mastery of the sword. They both go into the battle, they fight, an average soldier gets killed, the warrior gets out alive because he knows how to use the sword. So your mastery of the Facebook algorithm would actually give you a hedge over every other person. Now, one thing I could just tell you on this part is the Facebook algorithm shows your ads to more audiences when your creative affects reactions from people. Now, the reactions I'm talking about are reactions like comments, likes, shares, longer impressions. What I mean by longer impression is, for example, somebody sees your ad, maybe if it's even a photo or a video, and they spend a lot of time watching it. That means what you're putting out there is quality. Once you are able to effect that reaction from people, the algorithm reads that and they begin to show it to more and more and more and more people. So as if it's bad, your advert will be shown to less people, and it's a game of numbers. If you meet, let's say, 1,000 people and maybe 5 people clicks your ad when it's being shown to 100 people, that means if it's shown to 1,000 people, that means 50 people will click your ad. So as the number increases and the number of clicks increases, and maybe out of 100 clicks you get like maybe 10 buys, that means you need about 2,000 impressions to get 10 people to buy. So the more number it goes, the higher your sale. So let's say your ad creative is really good, and then the normal average, because Facebook gives you a lower range and a higher range of how many people can see your ad. Now, what it tells you there is, the lower range tells you that if your ad is terrible, this is the number of people that can see it. Then if your ad is really good, this is the number of people that will see it. So sometimes you see something like 50,000 to 150,000 people be able to see your ad. So what it tells you there is, if your ad is whack, this is the number of people that we're going to show you to. But if it's good, this is the number of possible people that we can show you to. All right. So you should endeavor to make your ad creative really dope. Now, when I say really good, it doesn't really matter that you need to go and make some kind of very high definition or very professional. You should be able to make a video that is relatable to your target audience needs, what might attract them, like I said in the video before. All right. So there are other things that you also do to make sure your adverts are really awesome, to make sure your adverts give better results when it comes to the algorithm. Okay, what these 4 things, these very 4 important things, These 4 things will turn your ad around if you're able to get the grip on it, if you're able to understand it. So keep on watching the videos and learn all the secrets that guarantees good results. See you in another video.